In this lesson, let's talk about shapes that you want to begin with this software. After that, I'm going to explain Move and all of these tools one by one. The basic things, for example, if you want to create a vector things, vector arts, a logo, you need to use pen tool, freehand tool, or using the shapes and use these tools to boolean them and or use shape builder. I will explain that. First tool here is a rectangle. If you want, you can simply click and drag it. But first, if you select a rectangle, as you can see here is some properties. Don't forget that the properties of any tool that appear here, it comes here. These are not coming here. So first thing that you notice that here is a fill tool, the fill color. The fill color you can simply click and drag. As you can see, they are connecting to each other, and in a color tab you can simply change any color of that you want. This is a fill color, and the color in the back, if you click on it, I will be explaining more. Don't worry, this is a stroke color. For the first, I create a fill color. As you can see, this line, it means it does not have any stroke color. If you select the fill color directly from here, you can choose a color for your shape, easy, or you can change opacity of that, or you can change opacity from here. I will explain a layer. Or you can choose from swatches from here, or you can use gradient. I will explain the gradient, don't worry. So I use this, don't forget we have a tabs here. If you don't want to be any fill color, for example, you want just to stroke, you can click in here, or you can use eyedropper and use any color that you want. So I choose this color for my stroke and for my fill color, and don't need to stroke. I will be explaining the stroke tab separately here. We have colors, swatches, stroke, appearance. Okay. We have also here, as you can see, we have stroke, gradient, and done. But if you click on here, you can change the stroke settings that I will be explaining later. Select new object. It means if you let's click and drag. We have if you first click this any of these objects, you have a simple settings. Just click and drag. Or if you want to make it proportionally, you can use holding shift. Simple. And then release. And as you can see, we have more setting appear here, and the new rectangle comes here, because this is if you go to the rectangle again and click and drag it, because the selected new object, it's create a new object here. But if you unselect that, and as you can see, we have separate object there. It select new object. It tells you very easy. Okay, and after drawing that, if you go to the move tool, we have these settings there. As you can see, move tool. Or if you go to the rectangle, we have a few settings. If you go to the move tool, you can simply move it. I will be explaining more here. As you can see, going your mouse over there, you can rotate it, but you can rotate it there. I will be explaining more. Or you can click these dots, holding shift, and make changes with your simple rectangle. Let's go to the rectangle, and as you can see, if you are in a rectangle tool and your rectangle is selected from here or from here, you can change the settings of that. If you change setting, you can make it rounded, you can make it like this, you can make it like this. It's very simple. Here you can change the corner of that, any corner that you want. If you don't want to any corner, you can, or you can click in here and click and drag and change a corner of that. But you have to first select the rounded, and now you can easily that make for better seeing that, you select this color, yeah. And as you can see, we have a if you are going in a move tool, you don't have these handles. If you go to the shape tools, we have these handles, and you can change the properties of your shape manually here. It's exactly this. Single radius, it means if you click and drag one radius, all of the other radius will be changed. But if you untick that, as you can see, you can change any shapes, any corner separately. For example, this corner like this, as you can see, you can change four. But if you go to the single corner, you can change them together. Absolute size, as you can see, it is in a percentage, but in an absolute size, you can define your corners with pixels, but percentage is nice. If you come to the move tool, we have a different settings, more settings here, but if you go to this tool, we have a few settings, but these settings are similar. You can select new objects by default. Enable transform origin. As you can see, if I click and drag and rotate it, it's rotate according to this center pivot of that. You can change the pivot of your object. Select that, and as you can see, this is an object, and the snap is on. And you can simply click and drag and change the origin here. And then after that, if you rotate, as you can see, the object rotate around that. This is because of this. If you want to reset it, to going your mouse over that and double click, it comes in its shape. And if you hold in shift, as you can see, you can rotate your object in stepping angle. I think it's in a 15. This is shape. Another interesting, height selection while dragging. As you can see, if I go to the move tool and click and drag, as you can see, we have these tools also. If I click and drag, these handles are, you can see these handles. But if you come here and height selection, if you dragging, the selection will be hide temporarily. And this is an interesting part, alignment. For example, I go to the rectangle tool and click and drag another rectangle, click and drag another rectangle, and it's selected the new object. It's selected in a layer. But if you don't want to select it, you can turn it off. But if you want to align them together, you can, for example, select these tools and alignment. You can turn it on. To better see that, I think I have to select a nice, yeah, you can see it's better here. These are alignments. For example, if you want to align to this, nice, align this edge to, for example, this or this, you can just click and drag it to there. It's snapping to here. Or if you want to snap it, it's very interesting alignment. I like it. Another tool here, transform objects separately. For example, like other softwares, if you want to select a lot of objects together, you can simply click and drag and select them. But be careful, you can change it, but it does not select. You have to cover whole object to select it. But if you select just, yeah, it's turned on. It's in a setting. I'll tell you how to change that. It's in a settings, and I will show you where is that. It's there something where. Yeah, I change it there. The first, use the mouse wheel to zoom. I change it here for navigation. I forget to tell you, and select object when intersect with a selection mark. And mark, I activate them. In the default, I think this tool, this mouse wheel to zoom is not turned on, and this. Okay, don't forget to change them. By default, it does not. Oh, okay. Select all of them, and as you can see, if I rotate, it's rotate all of the object together. But if you select all of them and transfer objects separately, the last object that is selected, it's selected. And if you rotate it, and as you can see, it rotates objects or move together or change the height of them separately. It's very useful if you want. Be careful about that. I will explain next lessons, but if you select any, these are vector shapes. These are shapes that if you go to the, for example, a rectangle or one of the tools, you can see it's a parametric object. You can change the parameter of them. But you can convert to the curve, and as you can see, there are curve. It's automatically go to the node tool, and you can change the curves, the handles, and create any shapes that you want. That I will be explaining more in node tool. But if you come here, as you can see, you cannot change access the nodes are parametric. Okay, this is a rectangle tool, and all of these tools and options are an option are the same for all of these shapes. For example, for circle, as you can see, we have exactly this shape, but these settings are new. Converted to the donut. It's very simple. It's converted to the donut, and here you can change it if you want, or you have to select this, or you can invert angle if you want. I have to Control Z, convert it to the pi. Here you can convert it to the pi, and here you can change all of these angles here, or invert angle, or close pi if you want. Control Z. It's very simple and straightforward. And another tool is rounded. It's automatically creative this percentage of the corner. It's not have any other tools. All of these tools, they are red handle, and you can modify them. Be careful, you have to be in one of these tools. For example, if you create a diamond, don't go to the move tool. Be in a diamond tool or holding shift, and you can see these red points that you can modify them. Explore all of these shapes. It's very simple and straightforward. The settings of that are here. For example, the midpoint. As you can see, I'm in a mode tool. You can go to, for example, rectangle tool, any tool. But you have to be in a shape tool. You can change them. You can mirror them in this direction. That's very easy. Trapezoid. Yeah, as you can see, we have two more options, and because of the snapping, you can snap them here and here, left, right, mirror. You can change it like 8, mirror. Yeah. Simple and straightforward. Polygon. We have simple polygon here. You can change the sides. Interesting. Don't forget to explore them. You can change the curvature of here. You can use the smooth point if you want. After the smooth point is after you converting to the point, we have a smooth point. It means there are tangent here. And as you can see, the all of setting will be changed because we're going to the node tool. I will explain it later. And other settings are the same. Going to the move tool, you can if you're going most over them, you see the shortcut V. If you want to use Affinity Designer professionally, you can remember all of these shortcuts. For example, the star, if you click and drag, and as you can see, you can curve edge. You can curving your edge like this. You can turn it on or off. You can choose your points. It's very interesting. It's very useful if you want to create your own logo or anything that you want. Explore them all of settings. Double star, it has different star angle here. You can change the points. It's very simple. Another thing, you can hold and shift. That's it. You can change the cutout. I draw another here. As you can see, it's this red point that you can create. An arrow. Yeah, it's in Arrow we have another tools. Going in arrow tool, and here you can change them manually here or there. can simply, you can change the thickness like this. You can change the arrow shape. Interesting. Nice. The beginning, the end. Or you can change them proportionally or not. For example, length, as you can see. Or you can use turn off the proportional. And now inner offset, this. But for inner offset, we can make it proportionally or not. You can see the sizes will be changed, and some other tools that there. So these tools, this shape has more setting. Donut, that you can convert it circle to the donut or pie. You see them before. Segment, yeah, with this angle of segment, lower line, nice, upper line. Nice, you can mirror it, negate it. Simple, and other tools. And this tool, yeah, you can see, you can click and drag to see what happened here. In cog, I use cogwheel tool a lot, and we have more sitting here. You can change this size. You can choose change them manually from here, or with the exact number of there. You can change the teeth. You can change the inner radius, hole radius, teeth size. Very simple. Or curvature if you want. Yeah, you can see this curvature. Or cloud tool, something like this. You can change the bubbles, inner radius. And callout, yeah, I use it a lot in my project. You can use it your own. The thing is the tail. You can change the tail width, tail position. That you can click and drag it with these points if you want. Nice. Careful, you have to select them. And this is a guide that you can change it. Nice. It's a interesting thing for beginning. And as you can see, we have these settings. You can change them. Very nice. These are parametric. And after that, if you convert it to the curve, and you cannot change its parameter because they're converting to the points. If you select it, as you can see, the red points are disappear, because just you have to go to the node tool and change the nodes with this and create your own shape. That I will be explaining in next lessons. Okay, these are all the shapes, and you can see the settings are changing. These are all shapes. Explore them, and after that you can, for example, select them this to this, and as you can see, these tools are turning on, and I explained it. These are Boolean, subtract, score, divided, add. You can mix all of these shapes to create your own design. Hello my friends, to continue these tutorials on YouTube, subscribe us, like us, and hit the bell icon. And now you will be alerted about all of the amazing videos that we release.